So is Kim Kardashian truly going broke? And I'm satisfied that you guys were given to peer just a small piece of what I dealt with. Kanye West is again to exposing Kim Kardashian, and this time he is slamming her for living a fake existence online when she is closely in debt, and y'all are not gonna accept as true with simply how plenty Kim owes. Does this suggest that she's mendacity about being a billionaire? So it looks as if Kim Kardashian may have just been lying to absolutely everyone about how a lot money she has, because phrase at the streets is that she is going to be a broke lady, and Kanye West has type of showed the rumors Kim and her sisters love nothing more than to flex on social media, showing off their fancy cars and homes and all that stuff nicely. All that glitters clearly isn't gold in this example, because Kim is in a crazy quantity of debt allegedly. Now Kim has always been kinda shady when it comes to money, because she will be able to do anything it takes to get that shmoney, and she or he has been acknowledged to move as far as stealing, and she has even been connected to an acknowledged cash launderer. Returned in the day before Kim was famous, she worked as a closet assistant for singer Brandy. However, Kim did her dirty due to the fact she stole from Brandy, because the closet assistant Kim had get admission to Randy's credit card for a one-time buy, and the auto turned into managed via Brandy's mom. However, after Kim stopped working for Brandy, she alongside Chloe and Rob took gain of the get admission to and stole $120,000 from Brandy's mom. What this means is that Kim hung on to the credit scorecard info for years and waited until she believed it became sufficient time handed before carrying out the thievery. However, to make subjects worse, they attempted to be sneaky and hide the paper trail with the aid of spending the stolen money at their stores dash and smooch, as opposed to the usage of it directly. To keep away from suspicion, they used the stolen cash to make it appear to be valid earnings from their apparel stores, due to the fact they concept it could be harder to alternate due to the fact Brandy buys a lot of garments, but they have been caught red accessible due to the fact the transactions were not legal at first. Brandy's mother gave Kim the possibility to go back the money without related to the regulation due to her courting with Brandy and Ray J, but when she did not repay the money for over a year, she determined to take criminal motion against them. But then Brandy and Ray J satisfied their mother to withdraw the lawsuit and clear up the matter out of doors of the courts. In keeping with Ray J, this was the real purpose behind his breakup with Kim, as y'all stole all that money from my sister, and the court docket granted my sister to the win, and y'all must pay my sister again up what, 700,000 something like that, y'all. Nonetheless, like 850,000 for my sister. That's on my kids. Y'all were given called, y'all. God was God became responsible. You needed to pay my sister back. Kim like, man, hold my call out of it. Ray, I'm like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. However, that wasn't the closing time that Kim became involved in such money shenanigans, due to the fact she was additionally connected to a cash laundering scheme. Earlier than her upward thrust to fame, she had a sugar daddy named Joe Lo, an Asian guy whom she has been accused of assisting launder unlawful cash. Insiders claimed that Kim regularly traveled with Joe Lo to playing homes and casinos, and in 2009 she even claimed to have flown return to LA with a trash bag full of 250,000 coins that he won from a online casino in Las Vegas. But it turns out that this might were a part of a larger cash laundering scheme, as Joe Lo has been implicated in such activities. The insider wrote Lo is desired through international authorities in reference to a multi-billion greenback cash laundering scheme. He is accused of being the mastermind at the back of the scheme to siphon $5 billion from the Malaysian nation-run Economic Development Fund 1 Malaysia Development Berhad. She changed into investigated through the FBI, but they could not pin anything on her, so she was by no means priced with anything. But things were given even more unusual, because well, Kim and her siblings were making weird moves that advocate that their finances aren't as cushy as they make it look, because they have been accused of tax evasion. The usage of the California Community Church. Yes, the California Community Church become based by way of Card General Manager Kris Jenner in 2009, and it turned into registered as a nonprofit organization that calls for members to pay a monthly price of $1,000 and donate 10 of their annual earnings to the Church of Path. The Kardashians are many of the members who donate the 10, which interprets into a 10 tax reduction every year. This tax reduction is great, especially for someone like Kim, who claims to earn about $80 million yearly, which amounts to $8 million tax discount. What's even more questionable is that Kris Jenner is the owner of the Church. This means that approach that each time the Jenner sisters give their 10 donation, it is basically going to their mom. As a result, Kris ought to potentially find a way to present the cash again to them, which ultimately approach that they do not without a doubt donate something in any respect, yet nevertheless enjoy the tax reduction. Yes, very shady. The complete situation appears to be pretty suspicious, and it surely comes throughout as shady as F. However, it nevertheless doesn't end there due to the fact a lot of factors nevertheless don't upload up about Kim's finances, and those are convinced that she has been inflating her earnings and community concentrate them. Thieves' pockets have holes in them, and that is the form of shadiness. This is nothing new to the Kardashians, because we all don't forget how Kylie became uncovered by means of Forbes for mendacity about how a great deal our Kylie Cosmetics emblem was well worth, and he or she ended up losing her billionaire repute. Nicely, Kim continues to be officially noted as a billionaire, but people assume that she doesn't act like it. Final 12 months she was investigated with the aid of the SEC after she advertised the cryptocurrency Ethereum Max without adding a disclaimer to reveal that it become a sponsored advert and he or she had gotten paid to achieve this through advertising, without pointing out that it turned into an advert. She had taken part in a pump and dump scheme that turned into aimed toward increasing the price of cryptocurrency before it turned into offered to buyers, and she or he turned into fined $26 million. People have talked about how bizarre it is that Kim could still be running advertisements on Instagram at the same time as a billionaire, due to the fact this is in reality not billionaire behavior. It is getting greater Instagram influencer in preference to billionaire businesswoman, and this is every other purpose. People suppose that low-key she isn't as wealthy as she needs us to think, and consistent with Kanye, human beings are right about that. While Kim is certainly far from beyond broke woman, she has way less money than people suppose, and this is why Kanye changed into continually cautious to keep his money become independent from hers. Even if their marriage was nonetheless going well, he never desired to get financially tied up together with her due to the fact he knew that he might be dropping lots of cash on the quid of the day. Asura spoke to People Mag and stated they preserve their bills basically separate. West will talk approximately my money and her cash, and it seems like her monetary problems may are becoming most effective. We're seeing that her divorce from Kanye because she is in a heavy debt of $48 million. That's just insane to think about. More than 1 month ago she took out a mortgage of $48 million on her $70 million mansion, and the loopy issue is that she can't ask her family for help due to the fact each single, certainly one of them, is closely in debt to her mother. Kris Jenner has a very lengthy list of debt, and in step with the solar, she to begin with took out a loan for $7.25 million in August 2018. However, the following month she became outdated by way of a brand new settlement for a whopping $40 million mortgage through the economic employer Crosswind Venture Fund. Then in January 2019 she borrowed $5.2 million and $5.25 million in June of that 12 months. In keeping with assets reviews, listen, everybody's borrowing money. Kylie also borrows $7.5 million greenbacks in long tail quick. The Kardashians are $132 million greenbacks in debt. That's crazy. However, hello, they gotta pay for their fashion designer clothes and private jets in some way, right? Plus their financial concerns are simply the today's in a long streak of what human beings are calling their flop technology, and they may need to stage up their recreation very short, and I mean brief. Oh, and if Kim thinks Kanye would possibly bail her out, well, she higher think once more due to the fact resources document that Kanye is 100% centered on his new spouse Bianca Censori and has zero thoughts of regard towards Kim out of doors of their 4 youngsters. Y'all, that is simply loopy, and people have come and announcing that whole family's wealth is built on shams and scams now, not to talk about faking their files to grow to be on rich, listen, etc. Increasingly more are seeing their lives now. Not even a momager can do anything to store them from their properly deserved downfall. Prenuptial agreements store Kanye from an entire lot of grief. Clever guy, wish they pass down difficult and endure. Broke, it's all smoke and mirrors. It truly is why she's looking to get north to work. Pay attention, the Kardashian Jenner circle of relatives is a few wild or loopy youngsters. However, in case you suppose it is crazy, just wait until you see the chaos in the subsequent video. Foreign